Oh, for sure. I'll tell him I saw I guess. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in the semifinal round before the championship round of the over and under 50 tournament at Chackos Family Fun Center. We are down to the last two teams before the championship match. The teams are Jeff Rippick and Conrad Chappell versus Ryan Schaefer and Kerry Smith. This is Ryan going up right now. Leave the 245 a little light. Ryan is a five-time PBA national champion. He has 300 game on television. His record is phenomenal. I don't know how many regional wins, double digits, fantastic. It's now coming up on the left lane is Conrad Chappell, a young left-handed bowler from the area who is really, really getting good. I mean, he is really getting good. And I've watched him come up from when he had, well, you know, when you're first starting to struggle. But boy, he's honed his craft, that's for sure. Usually you have Brian Kasparowski here. I don't know where he is today. I don't even know if he bowled. But once you get married, that happens. Ryan with the straighter balls, the spare. Makes it going away. Comes back. A little disconcerted, but spare's a spare. Conrad at the 247. Conrad is throwing urethane. Ball broke a little sharp. Now this young lady coming up, Kerry Smith, I had the pleasure of, and I mean to tell you the pleasure of crossing with her. Ryan's partner, she bowled terrific today and really got her brains tapped out, but got them soft hands from outside, showing a pulse. And I mean, she is just murder. She got her brains wrapped out today. It was crazy. But they bowled enough to make it, and then we survived the match play, and here they are. Ryan is a member of Brunswick staff. Now, last shot he threw here, we weren't quite hooked up yet. The ball hit a spot on the lane, and it literally just went left like somebody kicked it. And I guess he might have played that spot, and it didn't do anything. That's Jeff Rippick. He's a regional champion also, PBA member, over 50. And he is the proud owner of Rippick's Carousel Lanes in Binghamton. Took over what was once Laurel Lanes, and he just really made it someplace to bowl if you're up there. He hosts a lot of tournaments. All right, 1, 2, 4, 10, open frame, washout. I'm looking at Ryan's score. He's 10, 8, 7, 6. He needs a 9 for a straight. Interesting. Conrad has 2 opens. Jeff has 1. You can see when he does it right. That was a great shot. Big strike there. All strikes are big. Big strike here. Let's see. Off her hand like silk. Look at this. That is just, come on. Come on. Can't do any better than that. She was ice water today throwing the balls in the pocket. So Ryan now is standing against the ball return. I don't think he's going to be throwing the ball off the gutter. He probably played around 15 out to about 7 or 8. He is very good at all these things. Stands there in dismay. Made a ball change to the new Pearl danger zone, and I must say that threw in a dangerous zone. Here comes Jeff, floating it. Jeff's got great touch. Great touch. Very, very quick, very free arm swing. Flips the ball off his hand really good. Doesn't take long to set. And just no squeeze, no nothing. Jeff was one of the New York State junior champions. He's been good for 40 years. Get over. And that's just where he hit the last one. So now we got Jeff Rippick going at 190. We got Ryan going at 170. That's 20 pins difference. But we got Conrad going at 170, and we have Kerry going at a 220 pace. That's 50. So Ryan, Schaefer, and Kerry are still up 30 pins. This is a big strike if he gets it. Those are... Got to understand something. At my age, when you see the head pin come across it, not only hit the 10, but hit the 7. That's crazy. But that's what it is now. Ball speed, rev rate. The game has changed like all the other sports. Off her hand, nice. Watch. Oops, a daisy. A little too far to the right. So this is 3 washouts now that the team of Schaefer and Smith have left. Let's see if she can pick it up. If she doesn't, changes the game considerably. Ball change. What do we got? Unbelievable. When you know your spare ball, there's just it's where you stand and where you look for the ball to go Brooklyn. So right now, Ryan and Kerry are going at a 397 pace. And right now, Jeff and Conrad are going like at a 387 pace. The wheel, here it goes. Great shot. No pearl. Surface a little bit. Not sure what ball. Four-bagger for Jeff. Puts him in the 200s right now. So right now, Jeff is approximately 33 pins ahead of Ryan. And Kerry is just about that much ahead of Conrad. Where are you? Nice. Wall shot, trip 4. Soft hands, can't beat him. Soft hands, and I'm not talking about Vaseline intensive care. Big strike. See the 4 fins slap that 7 out? Live ball. Now I'm a right-hander, so my 6-pin goes in the gutter. It looks up at the 10-pin. 10-pin laughs at it, and that's it. Throw my second shot. Here comes Jeffrey. Flips it out there. Nice. Still ain't going to do it. Yes, it did. Beautiful. Beautiful shot by Jeff. 5-bagger. So now Jeff's going 2T. No, excuse me. Jeff's going 220. And Ryan's still going 170. Ryan's got to stay with Jeff. He did. Stay with the double. That's huge. Huge shot. So right now we got Ryan Schaefer at 19 under. His partner at 26 over. At 7 over, we got Jeff at 24 over. And Conrad is only 5 under. As a matter of fact, he's 5 over. Here we go. Well, so see, now these, you get a couple things that aren't supposed to happen, really. That's slap that 7, that weak 7, and they have the pins come across. You very seldom are going to trip the 6 or a right-hander tripping the 4 when he's got that big break. It's the benefits of throwing urethane. Sometimes it's a little quieter at the back than the resin balls are. Wow, look at this game. Look at this game. Look at this game. Ryan is still potential 221. Kerry is 276. Jeff is 264, and Conrad is 245. Those are the projected. Half 10. Half 10. Went out, made the good turn, but just, when you're out there coming back like that, stuff for the ball to retain the energy. Oh boy, that was close. He could have tripped that four. Could have tripped that four, but so two people who were on doubles are off now. Ryan's an excellent spare bowler. He's an excellent spare bowler. You don't make all the shows and all the majors that he's made because that you don't fill frames. Jeff does what he's supposed to do. So Jeff right now is going at a 223 pace. Ryan's going at 180. Ryan's partner, if she gets this strike, is going at a 240 pace, and Conrad will be going at a 210 pace. So it's very, very close. Now 610 on the high the nose. See if she makes the spare. Looks pretty good from here. Fill the frame. 174. So we got Jeff Rippick. Right now, if they Dutch out, alternate strike and spare, it's going to 228. Conrad is now in the 2 teens, and that puts him in the 440s. Ryan and Carey are only going at a 420 pace. Ryan has to strike here to set up the 10th. It's pretty good. Did what he had to do. So Ryan is potential 200 on the nose. Jeff bumped that 6-pin bumps to 10. So right now, Jeff is potential 240, 243. If it's like this, if Terry doesn't strike here, and Conrad does, it's pretty much going to be over unless there's some kind of a disaster attempt. Wow. Absolutely. You heard Ryan say, great shot. It was that. Conrad strikes here, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. It's pretty good from here. It's going to be difficult. Okay, here's what we got. If Ryan doesn't strike out, game's over. Ryan has to strike out, and they have to hope for spares or maybe one disaster on the other side. Or Jeff and Conrad are going to go on the board. Jacob Butler and JT. Has to have this strike. Can't throw it much better than that one. No, they have to hope that something befalls Jeff. That looks pretty good. Who knows? We got it to the right a little too soon. So now Jeff's potential is 223. Conrad is right now he's actually ahead of Carey. He's ahead of Carey by 2 pins because of the double. Now, 16 to 20. slightly behind him. Gotta have this one, but what you're supposed to do in the 10th. Boy, that was a great shot. Now the shot in the 9th that Ryan threw them, but the 8 to half 10 just missed it a shade. That's big. That's 21 more pins, but it is what it is. So Jeff fills him with 222. Sorry, Jeff fills his 223. Ryan needs this one. Don't give up any pins. Wow, 200 $200. 443 is their potential. Now, 222, if Conrad marks, good filler marks games over. Kerry has got to double to force Conrad to do something. Like at least mark. Well, having watched Conrad bowl for a long time, I would have to say that this game is over. He's very good under the pressure. He's very good. Like I said. So now, let's see what we got. Hold on. 232 is 432. If he gets 2, it's 201, 210. It's 432. Be a pretty good tie. He has to make the spare. He has to make the spare to win. If he gets 9, Kerry can strike and tie. Kerry can strike and tie. If Conrad makes the spare, it's over. Because it'd be in the 440s. Wow. Crazy thing. Crazy thing. He shot this spare in the 3rd frame and did not make. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. At least it was something about a bowling ball, because usually it's about French fries. Ryan, I just said it's a good thing it was about bowling, because usually it's French fries.
So your order's ready, 74.
There it is. There it is. There it is. I'm telling you. Next thing will be coming will be a DoorDash order. You don't know where you get the food? It's the game. It's the game. Yeah, 212 is 434. Game's over. And Jeff and wow, what a game she bowled the last 3 shots. 431. 431 to 444 if Conrad throws a strike. Boy, Kerry's last 3 shots, really terrific. 444. 431. So we'll be going to the championship match soon after they throw them. I think they get 20 minutes. I think they get 20 minutes on each lane. I'm not sure. So we have Jeff at 222, and oddly enough, we had Conrad at 222. We had Ryan at 200, and Kerry at 231. Excellent game, Bob. Excellent game. So now,
that's what happens when you can throw it more than one way.
yeah, that Nice move. That 10 could have.
Well, well, I got over here. My first 3 shots went Brooklyn. I mean, I kept moving it in one push, and I'm like, I can't be left. And I was watching everybody's ball peel off the gutter.
Oh,
And
yeah, you did.
I'm like, well, I'll be right. So I throw a strike. Then the next one peels off the gutter like yours did that one shot. So I'm like,
just when I thought I forgot about the way I bolted it, he brings that up.
so I'm like, well, if I throw the other ball, it's a little less. It should, and then it washes out. I'm like,
Yeah, then you jumped in. You jumped in. When you did that, I said Ryan has now moved his up against the bar return, and then you threw the pearl the first one. It didn't do nothing.
right.
Then you went to the black ball. It was wow. But she, how about the game she bowled, except for one shot makes the spare.
Oh, yeah.
Great game.
Yeah, I mean, you can play out there, and not many people can beat her if anything.
With that,
All takes the lane out of play.
with that hand, come on.
Yeah, it takes it.
Something about a woman's hand in bowling. They make the lanes a lot of times look like there's a shim when there isn't one, and the men make it look like it's overcliffed from out there. But that's the way it goes. So now we got Jeff Rippick and Conrad Chappell against Jacob Butruff. Now everybody knows who this is. He's 11-time or 12-time, I'm not sure, PBA Tour titleist. He's All-American first team. He's one of the guys. He is definitely one of the guys. And we got Jim Thomas, Binghamton, terrific bowler for a long, long time. I mean, really, won a lot of tournaments and everything. So it should be a very good match. It should be. We got 2 lefties and 2 righties. So we'll be back on there shortly. Unless I can think of a couple commercials to read, we won't have much to do. Gotta get a good seat here so I can watch these things. The festivities. There's a shoe right here. And a phone, so I don't think I'll sit there. Let's see what we got here. Watching JT warming up. Covering the lane. He looks pretty comfortable in there. Let's see what Conrad's probably going to be close to where he was over there. That was on the gutter too. That was on the out too quick. Sparked. Now this guy we're watching here, if you're watching the practice balls, he's got a little peculiar style, but man, when it comes off his hand, that's about as good as you're going to throw it, ladies and gentlemen, anywhere. Terrific shot. There's Jeffrey on the edge. Wow. There's a spot on the edge of the lane that the ball literally sparks off. It's amazing to watch. If you get it to that spot too fast or too early, it hooks way too much and goes Brooklyn. JT's been terrific for the longest time. There's Conrad again. Now he moved in a little bit, but I don't think the move is in for him. It's going to have to. I think he could possibly move his feet right and his eyes left. One right with his feet, one left with his eyes. Maybe take his target down. Play a little linear game, take it down a little bit. Watch this hand. Nice and soft. The ball does all the work. All the work. Of course, breaks even because Jeff does all the work at the other bowling alley. So what's the difference? Comes to another bowling alley, the ball does all the work. He goes to his place, he does all the work. Practice time left is 3 minutes and 15 seconds. It's more practice than we get Monday night in our league. He's been high all his shots. You ready to go? You guys ready to go? Here we go, Jeff. Oh, you got your shots. I just saw the 3:15, like time remaining. Waiting for the go ahead. I guess.
You're the starter, official starter.
No, they in the back. I'm the official finisher. That's great. That's such a great shot. What if you watch to the untrained eye? You don't know, but boy, to the trained eye, if you see the softness of the ball coming off Jeff's hand and the reaction in the back, that is terrific. And JT is going to be a little bit more bite on the ball than Jeff, and solid 9 is lack of deflection, which most of the times it's too much deflection. See what Conrad does here. Not bad. He's in the pocket. So JT leaves solid 9 ball. Usually, the way the resin balls are, they split the 8-9. So that's how good his ball rolled. It went right through it and hit the 9. Nice. And in case you're watching Conrad, I think he might be the only person on the pair that doesn't tuck his finger. I know he doesn't. I don't know. A lot of people anymore do. Okay, so you got 2 shots by that team. For lack of deflection, they don't have a strike. Jacob's ball hooked by the 8, and JT's ball hooked by the 9, and yet they were both in the pocket. All right. Now that was so high flush, and the last 3 pins down was a 7-9-10. Jeff's on the edge, got it to the outside too quick, and of course you get the lucky break of knocking down one more pin. Unfortunately, it was the one in the middle. He's left with the baby split. Tough spare. The outsides are pretty dry. That was a great shot. Now Jacob is 6 steps. Very, very quick shuffle. I tell you what, he's terrific. He's terrific. Man, just as easy as pie. Speaking of pie, I had hamburger, french fries. I didn't have any dessert. I may have to see what culinary treats they have here at the snack bar when we're done with this. So Conrad was on the nose, all the practice balls, and then he left the 6-pin the first shot. That time he went on to Brooklyn. So I don't know. Conrad's going to have to do something pretty drastic, because right now, the way it looks, JT and Jacob have the pocket really zeroed in with 2 really great strike balls. If you look at JT, he's playing the lane similar to where Ryan Schaefer moved the last game to go triple 10-pin strikeout. Wow. Wow. Solid. Not going to throw any better than that. Jeff, really, really quick, right? 5 steps. Beautiful. No effort. No effort. Now Jacob is hooking the ball, and he can hook it. His ref rate's up around 500 if he wants it to be. He's sort of throwing like a fall away jumper. He starts there, runs a little bit to the right, and you see how he falls off the shot and tries to follow through there. That time he got a little bit of a cuff on it. He went over it a little bit, and the ball was right at target. And the ball never got down the lane as far as it should have. Conrad's going for the Brooklyn. So what do you do now? What do you do now? You got to hope that Jacob doesn't make this. You got to hope he doesn't make it, but he does, because that's how you win PBA tournaments. Is when you make a mistake, you manage to get a mark. All right, sufficient. JT and Jacob lead by approximately 10 pins after 3 frames. Jeffrey with that. Jeff has that great touch. Great touch. Watch the roll of the ball, how it's just not over revving, but it's continuously revving going through the pocket. There's no grab at that release point. JT's out in the pickers. Yo. I think JT might be. I think there's an opening in the mixed league down here. He may be down. It's in the back talking to one of the owners now. You sure we bowl at this end? Love tap on the 7. Love tap on the 7. Still a 10-pin difference. One mistake kind of leads to another. The shot before, he ran a little bit to the left, got it out too soon, a little bit of an overbite. This one here, he didn't run hard to the left and got it off his hand soft. Didn't have enough on it to make it back. It's going to make this. It's going to make this with the hook. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Jacob's got one of those games you wouldn't teach to anybody, but it is a great game. You just don't teach that to anybody. The way his hands in the ball, but at the point of release, you'd put him against anybody in the world. Anybody. Point of release. Real quick, Jeff. Wow. Wow. JT on 3 in a row. Maybe on 4 in a row. And I bowled JT one night at a tournament in Binghamton. We were bowling at 1 o'clock in the morning. The 2 games he bowled against me, 2-game match. He goes strike, spare, sheep.
Score 78. Your food is ready. 78.
And then the second game he goes 300. And he's bowling, let's say on lane 3, he was throwing the ball from lane 2. So he's very comfortable in there throwing it out and giving it a chance to hook. Big shot here for Conrad. Big shot. Looks like it's high again. He got lucky, got 9. So Conrad hasn't hit the pocket yet on this lane. Trip that 6, man. Trip that 6 with that much hook at the back. You saw him standing there in disbelief. So the left side maybe, because Conrad's got a little touchy, and Jacob seems like he has it a little bit touchy. Still about a 10-pin difference. Wow. Wow, see the 6-pin do that job? There will be no unemployment in that rack. So if anybody knows who the Secretary of Employment is in Washington, call them and tell them we do not need to see them in Wilkes-Barre. Slow, got slow. Hit it on the up.
Score 79. Your food is ready. 79.
Conrad's high again. Getting lucky, getting 9. Getting 9. Of course, JT had the same hit on the right side. That is gigantic. That's gigantic. Ball hung on his hand. He never got to the right. Because it hung on his hand, it's delayed, and then duck hook. It just duck hooked to the left. So Conrad makes the spare. They pick up 10 pins. But Jacob can get the 10 pins back with a strike.
Lane 40. Your overstudies. Lane 40.
Almost a solid 10th or something hit it like Jimmy Snook off the top rope. Great shot. Flush. And he picks up. It's tie. Basically a tie game right now. Less than 5 pins. It's a big shot here for Jeff. Boy, I tell you what, man. I've seen a lot of great shots in my life. I've thrown a couple. Oh boy, that ball's coming off Jeff's hands like silk. That is silk. And all of a sudden, this game just took a turn for the worse. JT got slower. He can move in, I would say 2, and move his eyes 1 or 2 to the right and down about 3 feet. But I can't say anything. Conrad threw a good one. Conrad threw a good one. going to be up to, well, JT's a very good spare shooter too, I think. Oh boy, but the way the pins bounce out here, that had a chance. I mean, you may think I'm crazy, but I've seen pins here at this place come out like ridiculous. Okay, so now we got JT going at a 2.0 clip. Jeff's going at a 2.30 clip. Conrad is clean going for 199. And if Jacob gets this strike, he's going 2-teen. So it's still just about tied if he gets the strike. So potentials, JT 235, Jacob 259, that's 494, 280 for Jeff, and 239 for Conrad, that'd be 519. That's if they both go to the wall. Look at this loosey-goosey, look at this. Oh my God, that looked like a 4-pin. That looked like a 4-pin, not double pinochle. Wow. Wow. What a turn of events. He's got to get two. He's got to get two. He can't get heroic here. Yeah, he's still got to move in. He can't shoot the ball from there next frame. Good enough. 74-82. So now Jeff is going at a 222 pace, potential 242. Here it comes. There it comes. Yep. Jack told me years ago, come on down, you don't leave any weak 7s or 10s. Got away with it. He didn't like it, but he got away with it. That's big. That's big. So now they're going 431 right now. And JT and Jacob are going 434. So there's a 3-pin difference right now. Big strike in the 9, 242 potential. Last shot on this lane was 5. He's got to go up against the bar return and can't let up on his speed. He can't loft it. He's got to throw it. He's got to throw it. I think that's high too. That ball never got right off his hand. Never got right off his hand. And that is the spare that usually gets voted as the most difficult spare by the pros year to year, the 3.6, 9.10. It's almost like you just throw it to 3.6 and hope for the best, but it is a difficult spare. Conrad. Got a bad shot, but we'll have to see. The key thing is Conrad doesn't have the back pin, the 8-pin, where JT does. That's what makes this spare so hard. That's why that spare is so hard. If Chris Barnes is watching today, he can tell you about the 3.610 and 3.6910, where he leaves the 10 because he's just a hair too high on the 3, and that's one of the greatest ever. It's a gigantic spare. Gave it right back. Gave it right back. Jacob gets a strike here, and right now their potential 462, and Jeff and Conrad are all potential 440. It's a huge strike. Fast 8. Cut it. I got him cutting a little short. Cut a little short. Started a little soon. A little soon, but not that soon. We got in the pocket. So now let's see what we got. He is now going at a 227 pace. And JT is going at a 193. That's if they spare strike. If they strike out, it's 203 and 237. It's 440. And that won't be enough if Jeff and Conrad strike out, they can go 444. This is a big strike. Jeff, last frame here, double pinochle. Didn't look that bad. It really wasn't. I didn't think it went through the heart, but it must have. That is the first shot that Jeff hasn't carried with that free release. So now the most he can get is 222. Big strike. I'm looking down at JT's feet. He moved about 5 boards, I think, on that shot and opened the lane up. He did look pretty good at the start, spare 4-bagger, and then all of a sudden it just goes away. Jeff makes the spare. So here we are, 222 to strike. If JT doesn't double, the double here is gigantic. Big time. It looked like he might even have bumped a little further left. I think he did bump a little further left because he knows there's so much free hook and threw it out. But he just kind of soft let it go. Just real soft. Look at Jeff. That ball would have struck if he threw it in the parking lot. So 222. Now if Jacob spare strike, that's 227. So he out him by 5. JT is going 193. 193, and if Conrad spare strikes, it's 192. So we're pretty close. Oh. Yeah, Conrad's last shot over here on 3. As soon as he threw it, he said, push. It's not going to push. He's coming in. Jacob, it's just a matter if he's going to. I think it's a matter if he's going to carry. If Conrad doesn't get this strike, I think this match is over. Now he has to hope that Jacob opens. That was in. That's in. That's the game. If Conrad makes a spare, I said that was in as soon as he let it go. It never got left off his hand. He can make this with the way the ball breaks at the back. .208 for 401. They've already got 402. They've already got 402. They already got 403. So the winners. No, if you missed it, you won by a pin. No. Last shot. Conrad and the Pickers. 189, 180. Well, it actually was 190. The pin fell. So we got 411 to 401. Great match. There's a little disaster there in the 10th frame. Jacob Moose made so many great shots in the 10th. Just got the ball in a little bit, and it went through the nose. And so at the end of the over-under tournament at Chackos, your winners once again, Jeff Rippick and Conrad Chappell over Jacob Butteruff and JT Thomas. And what can I tell you? See you the next time. Maybe it might be me, might be BK. Have a good day. Where's Jack?
Thank you, sir. Wow. I didn't see that coming.
Never got it done.
Yeah.
Goes in all the way.
Yeah.
Goes in, let it go.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, the best he could do is the Durbin.
You get 92 people at one time.
247 was about the best he could have gotten out of that. Yeah. Oh, wow.